We proceed next to one of the amazing guys, which I found in one of his presentations that I saw, limited edition. And I think he's one of the limited editions in DXN when it comes up to presentation skills. He will tell you a story, and that story will be down in your memory forever and ever. Please welcome on stage Mr. Osler Tomas, all the way from Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, you have one great story coming up.
I am a person who believes that I was not born just to pay bills. I used to survive as a person. And now, because I'm free, I'm truly living my life. A lot of you may have heard, who is this Osler Santo Tomas from the Philippines? Who is this Filipino who is wearing a funny dress? Why would I listen to him? Maybe a lot of you came because you want to hear about my story. But what you have heard is my success story. You might have heard that I became a star agent in one day. I know a lot of you will be awarded now. I became a ruby in 3 weeks. I became a diamond in 4 months. But that is nothing to me. I'm a diamond who never wears a pin. And I was not in a hurry yet to become a crown ambassador. Do you know why? The pin that you will be awarded with today is just a pin. It doesn't mean anything. What is freedom to you? For me, freedom is buying what I want to buy anytime I want to buy it. Freedom for me is going to any place anytime I want to go. Freedom for me is waking up when I'm finished sleeping. Freedom for me is not being sick. Freedom for me is being able to help people become like me. So friends, we have to define what freedom really means to us. Otherwise, the pin that you will be awarded today will not mean anything. My friends, a lot of us will be awarded today. A lot of you may have that pin, but you may not feel so successful. A lot of you may feel that with that pin, you're so successful in life. What am I driving at? My friends, anything that has happened to you, whether good or bad, happened because you were linked. Whatever happened to you, whether good or bad, happened because you were linked. If you are happy right now, it is because of you. If you are sad right now and your relationships are failing, it is because of you. If you are earning so much in DXN right now, again, it is because of you. If you are not satisfied with the way you're earning right now and the way you're living your life right now, it is because of you. It is all your fault because you have been linked. What do I mean by that? Everything that has happened to your life happened because of decisions. You are actually living in your past right now. You are living the way you live because of the decisions you have made before. You were linked to the decisions you have made in the past. You are the way you are right now because you decided, and because you decided, you acted. I often see people who join DXN but never act. Do you know why? Because they have not really decided yet. So if you have members in your team who are not moving, it is because they have not decided yet. And I totally agree with Anthony Robbins when he said, it is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. But what precedes actions? Decisions. But what influences the way we decide? When we decide, we act. When I joined DXN, even if I did not understand fully what DXN was, I just acted. That's why I became a star agent in 1 day. That's why I became a Ruby in 3 weeks. But what influences our actions? When we act, I would like you to remember this. When we act in a way wherein we either avoid pain or we want to gain pleasure. Everything that we do is in accordance to this principle. It's either we want to avoid pain or we want to gain pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people have been asking me, Osler, why didn't you become a Crown Ambassador yet? You have been around the world. You have been speaking a lot. Why? Let me explain. You know, after about a year of doing DXN, I was financially free. Until now, I'm debt-free. I'm so satisfied with my life. Even if I don't work, money will come. My wife is happy. My children are happy. So what happened to me? When I was starting, I was poor. I didn't have a job. And that really motivated me to do DXN. I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning just to wait for 6 o'clock so that I could go out and invite people. And I would go home at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, sleep for 2 hours, and again wake up at 3 a.m. just to wait for 6 o'clock to do the business again. And every day, for about 5 years, I was doing that. But what kept me going at the time? Because I didn't have money. I am the provider in the family. And I remember I was just targeting about $20 a day to survive. With that, I can buy food for my children, and I could provide shelter for my family. And if I don't go out in the market and invite people, I will be experiencing pain because my loved ones will suffer. I knew in my heart that if I don't do DXN, my family will suffer. That's why it drove me. Every morning, 6 o'clock, I would go out. But after about a year, I became a millionaire. I didn't have to wake up 6 o'clock in the morning to prospect. I didn't have to go out of my way and invite people. Anyway, I know that even if I don't invite people, I will still earn money. And when that point came, I became stagnated. I don't know about you. I don't know about Europe. I don't know the statistics. But if your business has stagnated, maybe this happened to you. What happened to me? 6 o'clock in the morning, I would wake up, and then I would feel the urge to invite people. But again, because I was already earning so much, it was already an inconvenience for me. Waking up in the morning to do prospecting cost me pain because I wanted to sleep more. Anyway, I'll be earning. So not waking up in the morning gave me pleasure. And that's the main reason why I haven't become a crown ambassador yet. But ladies and gentlemen, I decided, come 25th anniversary in Malaysia, that I will be awarded as one of the crown ambassadors there. Why? Because of one Bolivian couple. One Bolivian couple motivated me to become. I didn't have the reason for me to become a crown ambassador yet. I'm free. I don't need the money anymore. But who motivated me? A Bolivian couple named Alvaro and Maria Olmos. They invited me to speak. I didn't know that they will be spending for my fare and my hotel accommodation. I turned them down, but they explained, Osler, please come. Why? Because we want you to motivate us. So come 25th anniversary in Malaysia. A lot of us will be awarded as crown ambassadors. And that struck me. If these guys would want an executive double crown diamond to motivate them to become a crown ambassador during the 25th anniversary, will not that be an insult to me when I go there and I will not be awarded? So that gave me the drive. So now, if I don't invite people, it will pain me. It will cause me pain because it will be shameful for me to attend the 25th anniversary and not become a crown ambassador. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that you have been linked. These false mind associations cause us to stagnate. These false mind associations cause us to fail in this business. Ladies and gentlemen, DXN is like a Ferrari. It can run at top speeds. Even Ishvan can drive that car so fast. But that fast car will not do anything to your life if you drive it this way. I'm driving a very fast car at limited speeds. I forgot all about it. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm awake. And I'd like to awaken you because together we will be awarded in Malaysia next year. And if I can decide, I know that you can too. Do you agree? Do you agree? Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of us are earning in DXN. But we have been so comfortable about our status right now that we forget the basics. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to assure everybody in this room that just like me, you and I were not meant to be comfortable. I would like you to remember that. You and I are not meant to be comfortable. Do you know why? Because you are meant to live in greatness. You are meant to be great. Do you agree with me? The world will offer you comfort, but you were not meant for comfort. You were meant for greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to know that what is happening to our lives right now is because of false mind associations. And we have to be aware so that we can move and be inspired again. My friends, I'd like to ask you this question. What do you really want? What do you really want? Do you know that more than 90% of people who join DXN doesn't really know what they want? A lot of people would just say, I just want to earn additional 2,000 euros. I don't care how much your target is. The question is always, what do you want? If you are targeting 2,000 euros, is that really what you want? Because if that is not what really, if that is not what you want, you will not get it. A lot of people fail in life because they are just merely making preferences or wishes. Oh, I want a bigger salary. Oh, I want a better life. Be specific. What do you really want? So when you go home to your respective countries, I would like you to really ask yourself, be honest. What do I really want? You have to find out. Let me share to you a story of a little boy. A little boy once went with his father flying remote control planes. And this little boy really wanted to become a pilot. And he told his father, when he grew up, Dad, I want to become a pilot. But the mother and the parents told this little boy, son, you just finish a course first. Because the parents were afraid that the plane would crash. So the son decided to pursue with a course he didn't like. But after he graduated, he worked for a year. He resigned. He did business. And then he finally approached his parents and said, can I borrow money from you? And then the father asked, why would you want to borrow money? Are you doing business? Then the son said, I really would like to become a pilot. So finally, the parents agreed to let him become a pilot. And he excelled. And that little boy, who really knew what he wanted, became a pilot. And do you know why I know very well the story? Because he is actually my son. So when my daughter asked me, Dad, I would like to become a medical technologist, all we did was support her. She really knew what she wanted. I told her, the salary is so small. Dad, you're insulting me. That's what I want. And now my daughter is also a medical technologist, practicing. Then what's my point? What's my point? Ladies and gentlemen, you really have to know what you want. Because if you truly know what it is, you are going to achieve it. Do you know why? Because burning desire will be there. Burning desire is the key ingredient so that you achieve anything you want. Without burning desire, you will fail. Look at you. You have partners, you have wives, you have husbands. Remember the time that you saw them? Was burning desire present? When I saw DXN, burning desire was there. But why do people fail in DXN? Because they don't know what they want. So you must first answer, what do you want? And then answer this question. Why? Why would I do DXN? If you are just with DXN because you want a car, or you want a house, or you want to earn a lot of money, you will fail. That's shallow. That reason is very shallow. If you truly want to understand what I mean, let me share to you my story. When I was a child, I was studying. Me and my brothers went home. And when we went home, me and my brothers stooped down as we took off the bus. And we walked straight to our apartment. Why? Because everybody living in that apartment building was looking at us as soon as we alighted that bus. And as we were walking from that bus to our door, everybody was looking at us. And it seemed to me that they were telling themselves, here comes the poorest among us. Do you know why? Because in that 20-door apartment complex, we were the only ones that didn't have electricity. Do you know why? Because my parents could not afford to pay the bill. And the power company cut our supply. And every time I would go out of my house, it was too shameful for me. Why? Because everybody would talk among themselves and say, hey, look at them. It's pitiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I could remember that day. Do you know why? Because my mother went to the market to buy some food. She could not even buy the entire piece of chicken because she didn't have the money. But she managed to cook food for us. And when my father came home and saw that the food was not enough for us, do you know what he did? In anger, he turned over the table. And food was spilled all over the floor. We didn't have dinner that night. Now let me ask you this question. Have you ever went to sleep without eating? I did. But I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning feeling so hungry, but I could not do anything about it. And I could clearly remember that day. Do you know why? Because it was that day that I told myself I would never, ever experience this thing again. It was the day that I declared war against poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a person who got tired of being poor. I am a person who got tired of surviving. I am a person who wanted to live. My friends, you have to find that reason. Because there will be good times and there will be bad. People will laugh at you. People will avoid you. My friends, I thought that I was an ugly person because I was inviting people and people were avoiding me. But you know, I'm a positive person. I told myself, I'm not ugly. I'm a beautiful monkey. Now, my friends, my friends, you have to find that reason. If not, you will fail. I'm doing DXN because I dearly love my family. Now, let me ask you this. Who among you here loves their families? Can you please raise your hand? See, if you truly love your family, then what's stopping you? What's stopping you? Sometimes an affair can turn our lives around. Ladies and gentlemen, never settle for less. because you deserve to be great and live a life that's full. Do you think DXN can help you? Do you think DXN can help you? Of course. Now, are you ready to succeed in life? Are you ready to succeed in life? Can DXN help you? Give yourself a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to decide. Know what you want and act. Do you know why? Because you have to unlink everything that is in your mind. You have to associate the right things in your mind so that you would move. You have to unlink yourselves to false mind associations for you to succeed. You have to do it because every hour, every minute, every second is so special. And you won't know when it will be your last. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly know in my heart that you were not just born just to pay bills. Ladies and gentlemen, stop surviving and start living.
Awesome, Osler. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 1 minute. Please. If it touched your hearts, this man deserves a standing ovation.
Thank you.
I really bow to you and what you have done. You have touched many hearts.
Kusunum.
Kusunum, thank you. You know, what do you take from Osler? What do you take back home? You know one thing. Life. Life is what you should take from Osler. Because it's only life that struggles every day, every second, with everything to survive. It's life that fights that every second, now, here, everywhere, to survive. And for me, in DXN, if there is life and an example of life, it is and will be Osler for sure. Yes or no, ladies and gentlemen? Great.